In this video, I talk about the best action fantasy manga and manhwas like Solo Leveling series. I've read many action fantasy mangas in my time searching for the best action fantasy manga, so I thought I would share all the action fantasy mangas. Here is the part 7 of the top 10 action fantasy mangas and manhwa like Solo Leveling series. Hope you enjoy, and since I do read many mangas at the moment, you can also suggest me any other manga and manhwa which you think is similar to the series. I know there's a lot of them, at least in Korean side. I'll try my best to cover as many as possible. If you like these, please subscribe to the channel and for the daily top 10s. Number 10, we have The Second Coming of Gluttony. This is the kind of cliffhanger almost every chapter story you want to binge when it has hundreds of chapters, and honestly, even though there's a crushing disappointment that leaves you hanging, I'd still suggest starting this when you have the time. The story is so good and it's pretty exciting, and it gives you the same feeling as Solo Leveling. Dare I say a bit more exciting. Anyway, it's a bit of a mashup with like Solo Leveling and the Tower of God, but in my opinion, Korean isekai story of kinda OP protagonist who starts off as a weak but becomes a good guy, transported into another world with memories and visions of some hero appearing to him. The RMC must figure out this new world, its rules and its purpose. It's a pretty good story, to be honest, and I would definitely reread this again, and so it can make a lot of sense. The characters and the design are really great, and their ability with how they work or talk. Number 9. The Blade of Evolution, Walking Alone in the Dungeon. The Ching Chong version of Solo Leveling. A Solo Leveling like manga worth reading if you have a hard time finding something good to read. I wouldn't say it's bad nor good. It's below average in terms of story and characters, and the art is nice, and pretty much it's below average at times, but I'm just kidding. That's pretty much the only good thing. Except the scenes where the MC should be shocked, but is just standing there, trying to look cool or something. Till now, it's basically Solo Leveling, but looking really nice. The art is good and the main character manages to fulfill some very specific conditions. One day, defeat a hidden boss in the dungeon after the rest of your party has been slaughtered. While being a healer, of course. Only then you can become a high priest between inexplicably competency with a sword, cliche power boost, and the OP items being thrown at him with a minimal effort. It's nothing high quality, but it's recommended though. Number 8. A returner's magic should be special. This webtoon is about Desire, who traveled back to the past to save the people special about him. Very, very simple, right? Desire goes back in time and trains his past companions so that they can survive in a catastrophe that will happen later. The thing I like about this is the use of shadow gates. There are games, but in real life, since you are dead, you die. Yeah, it's like if you die in real life. No, if you die in the game, you die. Okay, if you die in the game, you die in real life. That's how it goes. The art is certainly unique, and I can see if people don't like it. I like most of them, and you really can hate someone. Number 7. Omniscient Reader. Back then, Dogsha had no idea. He had no idea his favorite web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, was going to come to life. That he would become the only person to know how the world was going to end. He also had no idea he would end up becoming the protagonist of this novel turned reality. Now, Dogsha will go on a journey to change the course of the story and save humankind once and for all. The story and the plot is really interesting so far, and it's unique but also kind of familiar because like Solo Leveling. It's really worth it, you know. Number 6. Tomb Raider King. First off, I like this manga a lot. Obviously, as someone who likes history, the whole idea of the relics is quite interesting. It's also fun finding out about the history of things like voodoo, and the history can go as far as 1700 because it's pretty cool. I'm not sure if there are other novels and just written stories in general, but this kind of story though, so my opinion would probably be different if I have read something similar beforehand. In the beginning, it would very much resemble Solo Leveling, but it branches off into its own interesting story. And overall, the story to me is interesting to follow, and I'm looking forward to catching up with it. I definitely recommend this one. Number 5. The Gamer. This is actually a very good manga. Jihan loves gaming more than anything, but it still comes as a shock when one day he suddenly acquires a mysterious power that superimposes RPG characteristics onto the real world. Tasks like going to the store for his mother initiate experience earning quests. And everyone around the boy display levels and stats above their heads. But when starts as a childish curiosity suddenly becomes all the more real when Jihan discovers that there's monsters to be killed, special skills to be earned, and others who have similar abilities. It's so good. Number 4, we've got the legendary Moonlight Sculptor. Very nice, very cool. I enjoyed it very much. Wee 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 wee. He only lives with his grandmother in poverty, working part-time and trying to make ends meet. One day he enters a virtual reality game called Royal Road. Why? To earn money. Though he wants to earn money through the game, he's only a sculptor that makes very little. From getting free lunches by flirting with the NPCs to grinding day and night to level up his skills. He is determined to create an avatar that can save his family from hardship, and the art is absolutely superb. It blows my mind looking at some of the scenes and imagining how much time and effort went into them. And the artists are very good at portraying the general atmosphere and feel of the fantasy environment. I definitely would recommend it because it's worth a read. Number 3. I Am the Sorcerer King. Sung Hoon Lee is nothing but a victim of a changing world, a powerless man in a land infested with beasts and magic. Monsters from another world invaded Earth, and they brought with them a sickness that pushes Sung Hoo's mother into an endless sleep. To pay off her medical bills, he braved a dangerous job as bait, used by powerful superhumans called Awakeners to hunt monsters. When he found himself at death's door, the image of his past life flashes through his mind. There he found his truth. He is a reincarnation of the Sorcerer King. I understand why people are saying that it is similar to Solo Leveling, and in many, it is. However, doing the research and given the additional knowledge that this was released before Solo Leveling, so I would like it if some people were to check the resources before writing their comments on their opinion. It is a good story overall, and the main character is definitely smart, and the characters are likable. For people misunderstanding anything, I love Solo Leveling, and it will forever be one of my favorites. Number 2. The Beginning After the End. This is one of the best isekais I've ever read. Like I said, King dies and gets reborn in another world as a baby, where we can see our character grow and gets better and better, and learns about the world with him and grow with him. We can even meet and be a friend with the dragon. Get lost in the forest and a lot more things. I don't want to spoil, but I already think I have. There is a lot of characters that are going on, and they're easily likable, but some of them are kinda annoying though. I like the main character, and that's what I mostly don't. Mostly I like side characters, but there weren't too many of them, I suppose. That's why it only gets like a 6 for characters. Story is pretty good, but not many good characters. The art style is amazing. It really fits the story as well. Yeah, it's worth a read. It's definitely one of the better dragon and dungeon crawler isekais I've ever read. Number 1. Second Life Rancor. It is a lot better than Solo Leveling. Even to explain exactly why these two mangas have so many similarities, and while Solo Leveling is a bit more exaggerated and I still liked it a lot, this manga is so balanced and calculated. It is insane how fast you fall in love with it. The way characters act has a background, a story behind it. You literally can't find a single thing wrong while reading. The character seems to have a affinity for dead things, I suppose, same as the MC in Solo Leveling. I know that there's no way to be totally unique and original, so this is not a problem, actually. Still, if you like Solo Leveling, you will adore this manga as well. That's all for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Part 8 is coming soon. How soon? Very soon. It's going to be coming very soon, so stay tuned. If you do, then give this video a like as well, and share it with your friends and your family, and subscribe for more Top 10. Stay safe and take care. My name is Zira Khan, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See ya!